Welcome to the Ultimate Dragon Ball Quiz. Can you get all the questions right out of 8? This quiz I made as hard as possible, though there's a couple of easy questions for you to have some fun. So let's just get into the quiz. Also, if I made any mistakes, comment them in the comment section below. So let's get started. Question 1. How many Piccolos have there been in the Dragon Ball franchise? A. 1 Piccolo, B. 2 Piccolos, C. 3 Piccolos, or D. 4 Piccolos? I'll give you a couple seconds to answer the question. Have your answer? Well, the correct answer for this question was C. 3 Piccolos. So the first Piccolo in the franchise was, of course, Piccolo Jr., the most recognizable. The second one was Piccolo Daimao, and the third one was Kamiccolo, who the nameless Namekian took the name of Kamiccolo from Piccolo in this arc, as he had most of the memories of Piccolo. Speaking of the Cell Saga, question 2. How many times has Hercule from Dragon Ball died? A. 0 times, B. 1 time, C. 2 times, and D. more than 3 times. I'll give you a couple seconds to answer. And the answer for this question, stalling for time, is A. 0 times. Yeah, he's never died, even though he's the weakest of the fighters, which he's still pretty impressive as he could destroy steel. But compared to the rest of the fighters who can, blow up planets, and even stars to solar systems by this point, it's pretty impressive as he was able to survive many incidents of death, including Frieza destroying the Earth and Kid Buu's destruction of Earth thanks to being saved by Goku. Speaking of the destruction of Earth, let's head into the next question. The next question is, how many times has the Earth been destroyed in Dragon Ball? Specifically during the periods of Dragon Ball Super and not counting Dragon Ball GT, so only canon things. A. 2 times, B. 3 times, C. 4 times, and D. 5 times. I'll give you a couple seconds to answer this question just like the other ones. And the answer to this question of the Earth's destruction is B. 3 times. So the Earth's been destroyed 3 times, as this question has stated. Of course, it was destroyed by Kid Buu, just like the last question stated. It was also destroyed by Frieza, and in the future Trunks arc, it was erased by Zeno. These are all the times that the Earth was, just destroyed. So let's move on to the next question. The next question is, how many quarterfinal or higher fights has Goku participated in his whole life? So basically, we're talking about everything from Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and Dragon Ball Super. We're not going to be talking about Dragon Ball GT, it's not really canon. The first answer is A. 10 fights, B. 9 fights, C. 11 fights, and D. 8 fights. I'll give you a couple seconds to answer this question. Have your answer? Well, the answer for this question is A. 10 fights. So basically, Goku has fought in a majority of the battles in the tournaments, as he's basically won most of them, or at least gotten to the finals in pretty much every tournament. His first fight was against Giran, who surrendered, then Namu, who he defeated, and he fought Jackie Chun, losing in the finals. His first fight in the 22nd tournament was Pamput, then Krillin, who put up a decent fight, and finally Tien, where he just barely lost. His next tournament was against Chi-Chi, and he defeated her, Tien, and even Piccolo Jr., the strongest of his opponents. And finally, he fought Oob and left with him in a TKO. Let's move on to the next question. How many Shenrons are there in the Dragon Ball franchise? This is including Dragon Ball GT, but not any of the non-canon ones at all. A. 4 Shenrons, B. 8 Shenrons, C. 5 Shenrons, and D. 6 Shenrons. This one's actually a little bit tough, and I had trouble with this one, but you guys are going to be able to get it, so I'll give you a couple seconds to solve this question. The next answer to the Dragon Ball quiz for this question is D, 6 Shenrons. So you're wondering, how's there 6 Shenrons? How can there be that many Dragon Balls? Well, I'm going to show you in just a sec with how many Shenrons there are. So there's the first Shenron, just Shenron from the original Dragon Ball and the rest of the series. Porunga from Namek, he's pretty cool, buff. We got Super Shenron, who was awakened by the Super Dragon Balls, planet-sized balls. Tarampo from the manga, who was awakened with 2 Dragon Balls. This Red Shenron from GT that I will not name because he's lazy. And finally, Shadow Shenron, who is just the best of the GT Shenron. And for the next question, how old was Goku when he was sent off from planet Vegeta? And we're using Dragon Ball Super, no Bardock Special or Dragon Ball Z or any of that garbage. I'm kidding, it's not garbage, please. Don't cancel me. Please, no, don't cancel me. Anyway, A, 3, B, 4, C, 2, D, newborn, so basically 0. So I'll give you a couple seconds to answer the question. Have you answered? Well, the answer to this question is A, 3 years old. Yeah. Goku is a lot older than he was in the Bardock special in Dragon Ball Z, and yeah, that's kind of it for this question, so let's just move on to a new and even better question. Speaking of Goku, this question has to do with Goku and Battle of Gods. During the Battle of Gods between Goku's fight with Beerus, what was Whis' power on Toriyama's power scale? So we're talking about interviews where Toriyama said how strong Whis was on a scale out of a bunch of numbers. Basically his form of power scaling. And this isn't power levels, because obviously that would be really weak. So the first answer is A, 150, B, 15, C, 10, and D, 6. So I'll give you a couple seconds to answer. The answer to this question is B, 15. It was stated in the interview that Goku was a 6, Beerus was a 10, and Whis was a 15, though that did not age well. Here's the next question. The final question to the Dragon Ball quiz is, when did the first episode of Dragon Ball GT come out? In February 1996. A, the 2nd, B, the 21st, C, the 7th, and D, the 14th. I'll give you a couple seconds to answer. The answer to the final question on the Dragon Ball quiz is 7th. Of February 1996, as that's when the first episode of Dragon Ball GT came out in Japan, right after Dragon Ball Z came out and finished a week before, which is pretty surprising. So that's the quiz. So let's see what score you got on the quiz. And now with the completion of the quiz, how many did you get right? Put that in the comment section below. Thanks for watching this video, as this video took a lot of effort to make. So if you want to see another one, you're going to need to give me an incentive, which is subscribing to the channel if you liked the video. And if you didn't like the video, then comment what you had problems with. So yeah, this video took a lot of effort, so thanks for watching again. Remember to subscribe and like and press the notification button for more content like this. Peace.